Today we're looking at the entertainment distraction system, okay? The question is this: why has modern entertainment become a systematic attention hijacking mechanism instead of cultural enrichment? And why does this system prevent political engagement through deliberate cognitive overload? Okay? We've done extensive research and discovered that entertainment industries aren't designed for audience enjoyment. They're designed to create political passivity through attention, fragmentation, and critical thinking prevention disguised as cultural innovation. Most people think entertainment is about relaxation, cultural expression, and creative storytelling. You consume movies, TV shows, social media, and games to unwind from daily stress, experience different perspectives, and engage with artistic creativity. Harmless leisure activity that provides psychological relief and cultural connection. But that's not what this is about. This is about the systematic redirection of cognitive resources away from political awareness and civic engagement through attention capture systems designed to prevent collective action and critical analysis of power structures. Let me tell you what the research reveals. The average American consumes 11 hours of entertainment media daily, with attention span decreasing from 12 seconds to 8 seconds over the past 2 decades. Political engagement among heavy entertainment consumers has declined 67% since the 1970s, while awareness of entertainment content has increased exponentially compared to political knowledge. But despite unprecedented access to information and entertainment options, civic participation rates, voter turnout, and political activism have reached historic lows. This isn't entertainment failure. This is distraction engineering success. Here's what's really happening. The attention economy discovered that politically engaged citizens are dangerous for existing power structures. Once people develop critical thinking about governmental and corporate systems, they typically demand systemic changes that threaten established hierarchies. But if you can consume their cognitive bandwidth through entertainment addiction, you prevent the sustained attention required for political analysis and collective organization. The business model is sophisticated. Unlike traditional media that informs citizens about civic issues, modern entertainment systems profit from attention fragmentation that makes sustained political thought impossible. Companies generate more revenue from distracted, passive consumers than from informed, politically active citizens. Content creation emphasizes stimulation over education. The entire system benefits from keeping populations entertained and distracted, not informed and engaged. This isn't accidental overstimulation. This is deliberate cognitive warfare, using techniques borrowed from addiction psychology and behavioral manipulation. Intermittent variable reward systems that create compulsive content consumption. Information overload that prevents deep analysis of any single topic. Emotional manipulation through outrage cycles that exhaust mental energy without producing constructive action. The research shows that heavy entertainment consumers dramatically underestimate their media consumption time and overestimate their political knowledge and civic engagement. People aren't consuming entertainment because it provides genuine satisfaction or cultural enrichment. They're consuming because media systems have learned to hijack attention mechanisms that evolved for survival awareness, redirecting them toward commercial content that prevents political consciousness. Consider how entertainment distraction actually operates in practice. Instead of providing occasional relaxation from civic responsibilities, modern media creates constant stimulation that makes political engagement feel boring and overwhelming by comparison. This generates attention addiction that consumes the cognitive resources required for understanding complex social issues. But here's the crucial point. Attention capture creates political passivity rather than genuine relaxation or cultural benefit. Entertainment consumers feel pressure to stay current with trending content to participate in social conversations. They binge-watch series to avoid missing cultural references. They scroll social media to stay connected with friends and current events. They play games to decompress from work stress. The entertainment system creates artificial social requirements that wouldn't exist without attention-based business models designed to maximize engagement time. This is why entertainment culture often creates more cognitively exhausted, but not more satisfied or informed consumers. Users understand they have access to unlimited content, but realize they have less time and mental energy for meaningful activities. They know they're probably consuming too much media, but can't calculate the opportunity cost, because entertainment feels necessary for social connection and stress relief. They want to be more politically engaged, but feel overwhelmed by the complexity of civic issues compared to the simplicity of entertainment consumption. The algorithmic amplification amplified these dynamics exponentially. While traditional entertainment required active selection and scheduled consumption, Algorithmic systems use behavioral data to deliver personalized content that captures attention automatically, making conscious media consumption choices unnecessary, and creating passive consumption habits that operate below conscious awareness. The free content narrative provides perfect cover for this attention extraction, even though no evidence supports the idea that unlimited entertainment access improves quality of life or civic engagement. But the narrative justified both constant media consumption and acceptance of attention fragmentation by suggesting that entertainment access represents cultural democratization, technological progress. This business model obscures the reality that most entertainment consumption displaces activities that would increase political awareness, civic skills, and community engagement. Instead of helping people develop critical thinking and civic responsibility, entertainment systems encourage cognitive passivity and social isolation that prevent the collaborative thinking required for democratic participation. The attention extraction industry represents the ultimate expression of this distraction maximization. Social media platforms, streaming services, and gaming systems suggest that constant entertainment consumption is necessary for social connection and cultural participation. This framework transforms normal civic responsibility into optional activity while creating entertainment dependencies that consume all available discretionary attention. But research on civic engagement shows that people who limit entertainment consumption and focus on local political involvement report higher life satisfaction and stronger social connections than those who consume high levels of entertainment media. Yet attention-based business models have become the dominant cultural approach because they generate maximum advertising revenue through distraction maintenance, regardless of social consequences. The entertainment dependency itself becomes a recognized social phenomenon. Consumers develop psychological reliance on constant stimulation that prevents them from tolerating the slower pace and deeper thinking required for political engagement. They become chronically understimulated during non-entertainment activities and cognitively dependent on media consumption that interferes with civic participation and community involvement. This creates what media researchers call civic atrophy, social disengagement caused by cognitive resources being consumed by entertainment rather than directed toward community participation. Entertainment designed to provide relaxation creates people who feel constantly stimulated but politically powerless. Media intended to connect cultures creates individuals who are socially isolated but informationally overwhelmed. But the industry protects itself from criticism by pathologizing resistance to entertainment consumption. If someone questions the value of constant media engagement, they're exhibiting cultural elitism that doesn't appreciate democratic access to entertainment. If they want to reduce consumption to focus on civic activities, they're showing entertainment aversion that misses the social benefits of shared cultural experiences. Criticism of attention extraction becomes evidence of digital resistance, requiring better understanding of entertainment value. The most sophisticated manipulation involves reframing political disengagement as entertainment choice. Civic passivity is marketed as choosing entertainment over politics rather than systematic attention hijacking that prevents civic responsibility. Content consumption is promoted as cultural participation rather than cognitive resource depletion that eliminates capacity for political engagement. The choice framing bypasses civic responsibility recognition that would identify entertainment overconsumption as democratic participation failure. The cultural effects extend beyond individual consumption decisions. Society has become politically dependent on entertainment-based information while accepting civic disengagement as normal consumer behavior. Traditional civic responsibility is seen as outdated obligation rather than democratic necessity. Ordinary political engagement is viewed as boring compared to entertainment stimulation rather than essential citizenship activity. Natural curiosity about governance and community issues is displaced by artificially stimulating content designed to capture attention for commercial purposes. This entertainment colonization of attention undermines traditional civic culture and democratic participation. Families consume media together rather than discussing community issues and civic responsibilities. Communities compete for entertainment access rather than collaborating on local political projects. Educational institutions provide entertainment-style learning rather than developing critical thinking skills and civic knowledge required for democratic participation. The political system has been infiltrated by entertainment values that treat governance as performance and civic issues as content to be consumed rather than problems to be solved through collective action. Politicians employ entertainment strategies to maintain attention rather than educating citizens about policy complexities. Citizens learn to evaluate politics through entertainment criteria rather than developing civic skills and policy analysis capabilities. Even political activism and social movement organizing promotes entertainment thinking through viral content and social media engagement rather than sustained community organizing and institutional change strategies. Activist training emphasizes content creation and online engagement, rather than face-to-face organizing skills and long-term campaign development that create actual political transformation. This entertainment colonization generates enormous profits while systematically weakening citizen capacity for civic engagement, political analysis, and community organizing. The attention economy has successfully convinced people that entertainment consumption is superior to civic participation, creating a generation of distracted consumers rather than engaged citizens. The most insidious aspect is how this system disguises civic disengagement as consumer choice. Citizens are told they're exercising freedom by choosing entertainment over political involvement, but they're actually surrendering democratic participation to attention extraction that serves corporate interests rather than public welfare. They're encouraged to think about entertainment preferences while being discouraged from recognizing that constant media consumption often prevents the sustained attention required for understanding and addressing social problems. The research shows that people who maintain stronger boundaries around entertainment consumption and prioritize civic engagement often achieve better long-term community outcomes and social influence than those who maximize entertainment consumption. But this evidence is suppressed or reinterpreted through frameworks that protect the entertainment industry's attention extraction agenda. Think about the economic incentives. A media company that encourages civic engagement loses audience attention to political activities that don't generate advertising revenue. A company that creates addictive entertainment content maintains constant audience engagement that maximizes advertising value. Which approach do you think gets reinforced by investor expectations, market valuations, and profit optimization strategies? The entertainment economy has created a society of culturally stimulated, but politically powerless individuals who can recognize entertainment trends but can't analyze policy implications, access unlimited content, but possess minimal civic knowledge, enjoy constant stimulation, but build no capacity for sustained political thinking and community engagement. The distraction operates through sophisticated psychological techniques that most consumers never recognize. Entertainment platforms use dopamine farming, deliberately engineering content to trigger reward pathways that create addiction-like consumption patterns. Each notification, like, and share activates brain chemistry that makes political engagement feel comparatively unrewarding and difficult to sustain. This neurochemical hijacking extends to every aspect of modern media design. Autoplay features that eliminate conscious viewing decisions and create passive consumption habits. Notification systems designed to interrupt focus and redirect attention toward entertainment platforms throughout the day. Algorithmic feeds that provide constant novelty while maintaining engagement through unpredictable reward schedules. The attention extraction operates through cognitive load distribution, fragmenting mental resources across multiple simultaneous inputs to prevent deep analysis of any single topic. Entertainment platforms encourage multitasking through second screen experiences and rapid content switching that trains users to expect constant stimulation while reducing capacity for sustained focus. Consider the specific mechanisms used to prevent political consciousness development. Breaking news cycles that create artificial urgency about entertainment events while actual policy decisions receive minimal coverage. Celebrity controversy amplification that consumes social discussion bandwidth with personality conflicts rather than substantive political analysis. Sports emphasis that channels tribal loyalty instincts toward entertainment teams rather than political communities. The most sophisticated distraction systems use emotional manipulation to exhaust psychological resources that would otherwise be directed towards civic engagement. Outrage marketing creates strong emotional responses to entertainment content, leaving audiences emotionally drained and less likely to engage with complex political issues that require calm analysis. Entertainment has created a psychological pacification system where citizens exhaust their capacity for moral outrage on fictional narratives rather than directing anger towards systemic political problems that require collective action. Unlike traditional propaganda that promoted specific political viewpoints, modern entertainment distraction prevents political thinking entirely by consuming cognitive and emotional resources. This isn't cultural innovation. This is systematic civic destruction, disguised as entertainment advancement. The attention extraction industry profits by converting politically aware citizens into distracted consumers who generate advertising revenue indefinitely while losing the civic skills and political knowledge required for democratic participation. But perhaps most damaging is how this system has convinced an entire generation that entertainment consumption is cultural participation, rather than recognizing that attention extraction often represents deliberate democratic sabotage designed to prevent collective action and political consciousness that threatens existing power structures. People struggling with information overwhelm, political cynicism, and inability to sustain attention for complex civic issues are told they need better media literacy rather than recognizing they're responding rationally to systems designed to fragment attention and prevent the focused thinking required for political engagement. The entertainment industry profits by treating symptoms of attention extraction as individual media management problems rather than systematic civic disengagement engineering. Consider what happens when someone realizes they spend 6+ hours daily consuming entertainment while feeling increasingly disconnected from local community issues and unable to maintain interest in political topics that require sustained analysis. Traditional media advice focuses on content curation and screen time management rather than recognizing the structural attention hijacking designed to prevent civic engagement. This entertainment normalization of civic disengagement serves powerful political interests. Instead of questioning systems that benefit from citizen passivity and political ignorance, people focus on optimizing their entertainment choices, rather than questioning why cultural participation requires surrendering civic responsibility and political awareness. The entertainment economy has successfully convinced people that their civic disengagement is personal choice rather than systematic attention manipulation. That their preference for entertainment over politics indicates cultural sophistication rather than democratic failure, that they need better content rather than civic skills and political knowledge. The ultimate irony is that entertainment culture creates the very political powerlessness and social isolation it claims to solve through cultural connection. By consuming cognitive resources that could be directed towards civic engagement, it undermines the political participation and community involvement that actually create both individual agency and social progress. The end result is a population of culturally informed but politically ignorant consumers who can discuss entertainment content but can't analyze policy implications, recognize cultural references but lack civic knowledge, enjoy constant stimulation but build no capacity for the sustained attention and collaborative thinking required for democratic participation and social change. The entertainment economy has succeeded in convincing people that civic disengagement is cultural freedom, that political ignorance is entertainment choice, and that attention fragmentation is technological advancement. It has monetized distraction, commercialized civic passivity, and transformed cultural participation into democratic abdication, while systematically eliminating the focused attention and political knowledge that enable citizen engagement and social transformation. And this system will continue expanding because distracted consumers generate more reliable revenue than engaged citizens who might demand systemic changes that threaten profitable business models and existing power arrangements. Does that make sense, guys? Okay?